Hi folks, it's Pastor Dave from Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran in Boise, Idaho. And I come to you today knowing that the world is in the midst of turmoil. It is not my intention to pretend that I'm an expert on these matters. I think we all need to listen to people of color first and foremost, also community leaders, people who are much more central to this process from whom we can learn. And it is not my intention to take the place of any of those voices today. At the same time, I've had people asking either my thoughts on this as a leader in the community of faith, or my guidance on what they should do and how they should react to all of this in the midst of chaos and turmoil and seemingly conflicting agendas. Now, I don't have all the answers, but I do have this one thought if you're a person of faith contemplating these things. If something happened to a member of your family or my family, someone we are very close to, a friend, a neighbor, someone we felt was inside our community and inside the embrace of our arms. And something happened, like happened to George Floyd in Minneapolis. We would almost certainly react first, loudest, and most often with a couple basic tenets of our faith. Things like, love your neighbor as yourself, and thou shalt not kill. These are not obscure canon law things on page 932 of some church rulebook. We've literally been taught them since the time we are small as the basic tenets of what we do as individuals and as a community. And you know, if this were a member of your family, this is what you would be saying. This is what you would want to hear from the people of faith around you. And yet, when you look at the quote-unquote Christian dialogue surrounding these issues, so much of it goes somewhere else. Talk about systems and order and law and respect and all this stuff, which may have its place, but not right now. Because if you cared about that person, those basics of loving your neighbor and not harming them would be everything that you wanted to say in that moment. And when people don't hear that from us, first, loudest, and most often, that says everything they need to know about who we consider in and who we consider out, who gets to be privileged bearers of God's word and law, and who gets to be the vulnerable, neglected people on the outside. And when people feel that, they know that there is no hope and no help from the communities of faith around them. In this time, what do? I don't have answers. Nobody does. But respond to these things as if it were happening to the people you love dearest. And say the things, the basics of your faith, that you would want to hear from somebody who cared about you. If we do not do this, we have shoved aside the very people that are hurt and that we are meant to reach out to. And doing that gives no credit to our faith, to our God, or to our community.